Hi artists, it's Miss Lee. Let's make a paper sculpture today. Here's what you may need: glue, scissors, and different scraps of paper. Practice your cutting skills. You'll need to cut paper into strips. Or you can have an adult or a friend draw lines for you, and you can practice cutting by following the lines. You can even tear the paper. Here's an old drawing I made, and I can use it by cutting it into strips for my paper sculpture. Experiment with your cutting. Try cutting different types of lines, like wavy or zigzag lines. Now that I have enough strips of paper and I've been practicing my cutting skills, I'm ready to start building my sculpture. I'll need my glue stick or glue bottle, and I'm just going to add a good amount of glue on one side of a strip. Hold that down for a couple of seconds, give it a good back rub, and then I'm going to take the other side and create a three-dimensional shape. I'm putting glue down where I want to glue the other end of the strip, and there is the first part of my sculpture. This is a good opportunity to try and experiment different ways of folding and twirling and bending the paper strips and gluing them down to create your three-dimensional sculpture. The fun thing about art is that it's all about experimenting to see what happens. Notice how I'm twisting and bending the paper strips in different ways. I learn when I play and try new things. When you experiment, you come up with new ideas. For this big green strip, I came up with a solution. I bent the end to make a little tab for glue, and I did the same to the other side, and that made it stand up. I was curious to see if the paper would curl if I rolled it around a marker. That didn't work too well, so then I figured, what if I just rolled it really tightly with my fingers? It worked! Then I glued it down, and then I had a swirl. I decided to tear this red strip. Its jagged edges reminded me of mountains, so I wanted it to stand like a mountain. I remembered how I used a folded tab to glue one of my other pieces down, so I folded a long tab for this red strip, and I really like the way it looks. I did the same thing for this yellow shape. I wanted it to stand behind the red mountains because the colors are so different against each other, so I folded another tab on my yellow paper to make it stand up. And that's my paper sculpture. It's three-dimensional and made from things that I found around my house. Remember, a lot of art is about the process. While you're making art, think about how you're feeling. Do you feel calm, focused, happy? If you can share with me what you've made this week on Seesaw, I'd really appreciate it. All right, I'll see you soon, friends.